Welcome to Innovation Pulse, your quick, no-nonsense update on the latest in AI. First, we will cover the latest news. A study reveals those with lower AI literacy are more likely to use AI. OpenAI, Anthropic, Meta, and Nvidia are making strategic moves in AI innovation. After this, we will dive deep into how AI's evolving memory features could transform its interaction with human psychology. A recent study reveals that people with limited knowledge of AI are more likely to use it, viewing it as magical. Conducted by Bocconi University and others, the research involved 19,504 participants across 28 countries. It found that people with lower AI literacy are 31% more likely to engage with AI, perceiving it as awe-inspiring. The sense of magic stems from AI performing tasks traditionally seen as human. However, as understanding of AI increases, this perception may diminish. For marketers, targeting non-technical audiences could enhance AI product adoption. Highlighting AI's magical aspects might attract users unfamiliar with its workings. Companies like Canva and Omagic successfully employ this strategy by emphasizing AI in their features. Conversely, targeting technically savvy users may require focusing on other product attributes. Let's now turn our attention to the integration possibilities. OpenAI is exploring the integration of a sign-in with ChatGPT feature, allowing users to access third-party apps using their ChatGPT accounts. They are currently assessing developer interest in this service, which aims to expand ChatGPT's reach beyond its current 600 million monthly users. This feature could position OpenAI as a competitor to tech giants like Apple, Google, and Microsoft, who offer similar sign-in solutions. A preview of this feature was introduced for developers using Codex CLI, allowing them to connect their ChatGPT accounts. OpenAI provided API credits to incentivize sign-ins. Developers were asked about their app's user base and current AI feature pricing. CEO Sam Altman suggested in 2023 that this feature might launch in 2024, but development is now underway in 2025. The exact launch date for users remains unclear. Anthropic is introducing a voice mode for its Claude chatbot apps, allowing users to have spoken conversations with Claude. This feature is currently in beta and will be available in English soon. Voice mode is powered by Anthropic's Claude Sonnet 4 model. It enables users to speak to Claude and hear its responses, displaying key points on screen. Users can discuss documents, images, and switch between text and voice. They can choose from 5 voice options. Voice conversations count towards usage caps, with free users getting 20-30 conversations. Paid subscribers have additional features like Google Workspace integration. Anthropic's CPO, Mike Krieger, revealed plans for voice capabilities earlier this year. Talks with Amazon and 11 Labs might influence future developments. Other AI companies, including OpenAI and Google, also offer voice chat features, enhancing natural interactions with their chatbots. Meta is restructuring its AI teams to accelerate new product rollouts, facing tough competition from OpenAI, Google, and ByteDance. In an internal memo, Chief Product Officer Chris Cox outlined the new structure, dividing efforts into 2 teams. The AI Products team, led by Connor Hayes, and the AGI Foundations unit, co-led by Ahmad Aldal and Amir Frenkel. The AI Products team will focus on the Meta AI Assistant and AI features across Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. The AGI Foundations unit will handle technologies like llama models and enhance reasoning and multimedia capabilities. The fundamental AI research unit remains separate, though one multimedia team shifts to AGI Foundations. No job cuts are involved, but leaders from other areas are joining. Meta aims for faster development and flexibility, despite some talent leaving for competitors like Mistral. Join us as we step into the evolving tech landscape. Nvidia plans to introduce a new AI chip for China, priced between $6,500 and $8,000, significantly cheaper than the previous H20 model, which cost $10,000 to $12,000. This chip will be part of Nvidia's Blackwell architecture and use conventional GDDR7 memory, eliminating the need for advanced packaging by TSMC. Despite its reduced computing power compared to the H20, the chip aims to keep Nvidia competitive in China's market, where it faces US export restrictions. The new chip's development reflects Nvidia's strategy to maintain market presence amid increasing competition from Chinese companies like Huawei, which are rapidly advancing their technology. Nvidia's market share in China has decreased from 95% to 50% due to these restrictions. The company is also working on another Blackwell chip variant, with production expected to start in September. And now, pivot our discussion towards the main AI topic. All right, everybody, welcome to another deep dive on Innovation Pulse. I'm Alex, and as always, I'm here with my co-host, Yakov Lasker. Today, we're talking about something that honestly kept me up last night thinking about it. The shift from AI that just follows commands to AI that actually remembers and understands why we make decisions.
Thanks, Alex. Yeah, this is huge. We're basically watching AI evolve from being a really smart calculator to becoming something more like a learning partner. And the timing couldn't be more critical. ChatGPT just rolled out memory features to paid subscribers, and when this hits billions of users, which we're talking months, not years, we're looking at a fundamental change in how AI interacts with human psychology.
Right, and that's what's so fascinating. Most people think this just means better autocomplete or smarter recommendations. But you're saying it's actually much deeper than that.
Exactly, when AI understands not just what you've done, but why you've done it, the entire power dynamic shifts. Think about it. A system that knows your reasoning patterns can actually shape them. Scale that across millions of users, and you've got AI that comprehends human psychology better than humans do themselves.
That's both exciting and a little terrifying. But let's break down how this actually works. I know there are different types of AI memory systems. Can you walk us through that?
Sure, think of it like human memory, but with three distinct types. First, there's parametric memory. That's like muscle memory. The AI recognizes faces, follows patterns, does things automatically. Then you have structured memory, which organizes information deliberately, like facts and concepts arranged for easy access. Finally, there's unstructured memory, the messy stuff, the raw context of daily interactions.
So it's constantly juggling all of this, consolidating new information, updating patterns, figuring out what to keep and what to forget.
Exactly. Current language models can keep context across thousands of conversations, but advanced systems will see patterns emerge over weeks or months. It's the difference between remembering facts and understanding relationships. This is where it gets really interesting.
Okay, lay it on me. What makes this different from what we have now?
Well, your digital tools right now are basically isolated islands. Your calendar knows about meetings, but not their emotional impact. Your music app knows what songs you play, but not why you choose them when you're stressed versus when you're happy. Your email knows the messages, but not their significance to your work or relationships.
Right. And that's where this model context protocol comes in, right? I've been hearing about MCP from Anthropic.
Exactly. MCP isn't just another API, it's like universal plumbing that lets understanding flow between applications. Picture this. You're debugging code at 3 p.m., and your IDE knows from your calendar that you just left a tense stakeholder meeting. It recalls your past debugging patterns when you're stressed and suggests taking a quick walk first, because historically, your debugging improves after that.
That's wild. It's not just connecting data points, it's understanding the human behind the data. What other examples are you seeing?
Software development is a perfect case study. Tools like Cursor already read your codebase architecture and suggest improvements aligned with your team's style. But with memory, it understands why you chose microservices for your previous project but are now consolidating services. It grasps those performance trade-offs. and becomes a partner in architectural evolution, not just code completion.
Makes sense. Any other examples that really drove this home for you?
Here's one that hit me. Imagine a novelist whose AI writing assistant learns. She writes emotional scenes best in the morning, plot twists late at night, and finds dialogue flows after walks. Instead of just suggesting grammar fixes, the AI starts protecting her creative rhythms, suggesting the right type of work based on her current mental state.
That's beautiful. It's like having a collaborator who truly understands your creative process. But this goes beyond creative work, right?
Oh, absolutely. Healthcare is probably the most impactful example. These systems could predict conditions like kidney disease 48 hours before doctors by connecting subtle changes in vital signs with patterns in how patients move and sleep. Each interaction teaches the system which warning signs actually matter. We're talking about shifting from reactive to predictive healthcare.
Now that's game-changing. But I have to ask, and I think our listeners are wondering too, what about the companies that dominate tech today? Are they just going to swoop in and take over this space?
Here's the thing. Memory-first startups have maybe 18 months before big tech catches up. But the giants are actually trapped by their past successes. Google built search around ads, not understanding. Microsoft designed Office around documents, not intelligence. Meta built social networks around engagement, not insight.
So their architectures actually resist this kind of memory integration?
Exactly. Rebuilding means admitting foundational mistakes. Startups don't have those constraints. They can embed understanding from day one, while the giants are still debating revenue trade-offs. It's a classic innovator's dilemma situation.
But what about privacy? I mean, if AI systems are understanding why we make decisions, that's pretty intimate data.
This is crucial. The old privacy bargain was binary. Share your data or don't. But memory-enabled systems can show you immediate value from every piece of shared context. It's not invisible tracking like cookies. It's transparent benefit. You can see exactly how sharing your reasoning patterns improves your experience.
And there need to be controls, right?
Absolutely. Users need clear mechanisms for reviewing, correcting, or deleting context. Systems need to transparently convey uncertainty and gracefully degrade when context is limited. Apple emphasizes on-device processing, while Anthropic builds constitutional boundaries into memory usage. Different approaches, but same goal: keeping the human in control.
So, where does this all lead? What's the end game here?
Traditional tech empires thrived on user numbers. More data meant more connections and more value. Memory flips this equation entirely. Now advantage shifts to systems that understand how you think, not just what you've done. Each conversation teaches AI something transferable about human reasoning.
Right. And that leads me to something fascinating. You mentioned teams and organizations. How does this change how we work together?
Think about knowledge transfer. Traditional documentation captured events, but memory-enabled AI preserves reasoning. New team members get immediate insights into why decisions were made, not just what was decided. Expertise flows freely between people and projects.
It's like having an institutional memory that actually understands context and motivation.
Exactly. And here's where it gets really interesting. We're essentially living through the reverse of what happened in Westworld. Instead of machines accidentally stumbling onto consciousness through hidden memories, intentionally designing systems to remember, understand, and even shape human thinking.
That's a powerful comparison. Unlike the show, this consciousness is emerging by design.
Right. These systems will understand human reasoning better than humans themselves understand it. But unlike Westworld, this consciousness isn't accidental. It's the business model.
Wow. So for our listeners who are processing all of this, what's the key takeaway? What should they be thinking about as this technology rolls out?
The fundamental shift is from AI that automates tasks to AI that understands intentions. As these systems share more context and learn from every interaction, they're not just becoming better tools, they're becoming partners in how we think and work. The companies and individuals who embrace this shift early will have a significant advantage.
And I'd add, pay attention to how these systems handle your data and reasoning patterns. The privacy conversations we're having now will shape how this technology develops. You want to be an informed participant, not just a data point.
Exactly. This is happening whether we're ready or not, but we still have agency in how it unfolds.
Perfect way to wrap it up. So maybe start paying attention to the AI tools you're already using. Notice when they remember things about your preferences or working style. This is just the beginning of a much deeper understanding between humans and AI.
Thanks for diving deep with us today, everyone. This is exactly the kind of transformation we love exploring on Innovation Pulse.
Absolutely. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, keep your finger on the pulse of innovation. That's a wrap for today's podcast, where we explored the fascinating dynamics of AI literacy influencing adoption and how AI's evolving memory capabilities might transform human interaction and decision-making. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode with your friends and colleagues so they can also stay updated on the latest news and gain powerful insights. Stay tuned for more updates.